here now.
Can you hear me?
I'm here now. I can hear you the whole time.
Oh, what's up? Jeff just joined. What's up? What's up, Bleep Bloop 3000? Welcome to our
Yo, you know
live.
Jeff Robinson?
Yeah, of course I know. Everybody knows Jeff Robinson.
I'm not going to dispute that.
Ha! Welcome to our live Scrooged discussion slash hangout slash fist fight.
I
If you
I
want to,
like I like writing out the word slash when I text people. If I text someone something and then there's a slash, like let's say I'm like, hey, I was wondering about yada 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 slash yada yada yada. Instead of putting the slash, I like to write the slash.
do people react to that well, or do they have no idea what you're talking about?
I haven't gotten any opposition as of yet.
Check it out. Am I upside down?
Oh man, you should do it upside down.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it upside down for a little bit so I can put my phone down.
Yo, 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 Jeff Robinson in the house.
Hey Jeff, have you seen the movie Scrooged? That's
Jeff,
what we're talking about.
how do you know my friend Jason?
We went to Flex together.
How do you know my brother Jason?
I'm your father,
I
even though we're the same age-ish.
we're the same age. Maybe there might be a year difference. What are you, 86, 85?
85.
Are you
I'm in Australia.
Because you're
I'm
upside
in
down.
Australia. Come on, mate. Put it on a triple on the ball, mate.
Yo, put that on a shirt and print it.
There's a fucking bunch of dickheads over here. These fucking
Oi.
dickheads. Oi, Gov. That's not. So what are you drinking on there tonight, Kaylin? You got yourself a little glass of wine action?
I am drinking some wine. I'm a wine man now.
Oh, you're a wine man now.
Yeah, white wine, because red wine upsets my belly. And I don't know. We're all and stuff. And so if I drink, I feel like it's better than beer because of I don't know, science or something.
Probably better on your system than beer for sure.
And I heard it's good for guys. I heard, I forget what I was reading. I was either reading something or I was listening to something. There was some sort of information where it said that wine is good for guys. Guys is what's it called? What's the word?
Prostate?
No. What's that thing that guys have
Penis.
don't, and vice versa?
Testicles?
Testosterone.
Testosterone.
Yeah.
I've actually heard that soy is bad for men's testosterone. And if you eat too much soy, you'll get man titties.
Well, it's a good thing I'm not drinking soy.
Well, yeah. There's people joining, but their names are upside down. What's up,
That's because your
Ryan
phone's
Burke?
upside down, Jason.
What's up, Sandra, the co-worker of mine? What's up?
Hello, Jason.
What's up, Mikey Bowles? Classic old co-worker when I was a cook here in Toronto.
We might look very
similar. You're going gray much faster than I am.
That's because I'm fucking stupid wise.
You're okay. That's why you're not just stressed out.
Oh, I'm super stressed, man. I have crippling depression.
I'm sorry to laugh, but you're very straightforward about that.
That's what I bring to the table. I bring that straightforward, blunt truth, honest reality, and then I try to make myself feel better by turning it into a joke, even though it's not a joke. And mental health is a very serious thing.
That's true. That's true. Mental health is something that you do have to keep tabs on, especially during COVID-19. So the last time that we talked,
where we're all fucking high. We're basically, look, this is my hibernating face. Do you see all of this?
yeah, same.
Do you see
Same.
all of this internet world? Do you see this? This is almost a year of beard.
Yeah, me too. Actually, I'm 3 weeks away. I'm 3 weeks away from actually being cold or flu free for one full calendar year. I don't know if you
Yo,
remember.
right? You haven't gotten
Yeah,
like I haven't got like I know in a regular year you'd have your change in seasons, you'd get your little flu, cough or whatever, blah blah blah. I've been fit as a fiddle.
same. Oh, absolutely. Me as well. I
Why?
the last time I was sick, I think it might have been COVID-19. I don't know if it's possible.
Shout
I
out
don't know if it was
to
actually
the
here yet, but the Sonar Network is actually a podcasting network here in Toronto. They've got a lot of great shows.
Sweet.
We wanted Blossom Buddies to be on the network, but unfortunately, Blossom Buddies has 6 listeners. So, of course, if Sonar Network wants to put this Instagram live show on their Sonar Network, that would be sweet.
Maybe if we get closer, would this help? Does it help if we get closer?
It does. It helps if also if we can break 5 viewers simultaneously. That might help. What's up, Chef Towns?
That's my buddy
What's
Towns,
up?
aka Towns.
Represent Halifax. What's up?
Yo,
What's good?
actually, you guys have the same name, Jason. I only know him as
Oh.
Towns. Like, I know his name's Jason's Towns, but I didn't know that before.
I recognized the name Jason Towns. I don't know if we've ever met though.
You guys might not have. He like you might have been right around the cusp of like meeting at Freeman's, but might not have.
Okay.
Oh,
does he work there?
Also. Before we continue, there's two things I need to do a callback. You know that thing comedians do where they say a joke like early on in the set and then they say a joke later on in the set?
Yes, I understand the concept. I understand the concept of a callback. Kalen, thank you.
So, two callbacks. The last live was there was a question where I asked you if you knew about the bear. I think I told you the answer already, but it was Lawrence Fishburne was the voice of the bear of Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Also,
okay.
I don't know if you can see this, but I have pages and pages of notes that I took for that live that we basically didn't talk about at all. But
I took notes for Scrooge. I took less notes for Scrooge this time because of I feel like the last live went off the rails a little bit.
We had fun. I had fun.
You gotta have fun. Yes.
These guys, I think these people joining are having fun, hopefully. But
yeah, TV's Alex Trebek, R.I.P., has joined the house. That's my homie Bo.
There was one interesting thing that I found out about Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. And
okay.
Of the other titles that they were going to call it. And I'm just looking through my notes right now, but it was something along the lines of "You'll never die in this town again."
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good title for a detective-y movie.
Right? It was.
Yeah.
I thought I thought that was a fun idea. Like, I like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang better, but that was a fun idea for a title. You'll never, because it plays on that whole "you'll never work in this town again."
Yeah, absolutely.
About movies.
Oh, I just realized that Shannon Sossamon from what's that movie called?
Oh, Shannon, just wait, what?
She's from The Rules of Attraction.
Oh, the girl.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
not the main girl in the movie. I think she just has a bit part.
Are you talking
She
about the
says
girl
she's
from Scrooged?
the pink haired girl.
Oh, from Kiss Kiss.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I wanted to
You
talk
didn't put
about
Pink
the
Nostrils references?
Shane Black. Also, we didn't really get into Shane Black's body of work, but he's known for Lethal Weapon, and that's why all his dialogue in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang was so good.
Thanks for
What's
joining
up, Four
for
Eye Dreft Joey T? What's up?
Jason,
What's
I
up?
thought you were waiting for your wife to go to bed. Why'd she just join?
Yeah, she went in to go to sleep back there. See? I need a date with a
What about me? What about my razor? I don't
Yeah,
know.
what about his what about his beard? So Madison went to bed, but she's spying because I told her, I was like, I'm waiting for you to go to bed to do this. And she's like, you're gonna go to bed. You want me to go to bed so you can get up to some risky biz. And I'm like, nah. What's up,
If
Mike
by
Monjo?
risky business, you mean talking to your unofficial brother, or whatever the expression is?
Yeah, talking about the movie Scrooged.
The movie Scrooged. What can't I say about the movie Scrooged?
Well, you can't say that it's a bad Christmas movie because it's my favorite Christmas movie.
It is one of my favorite. Are you saying it's your favorite Christmas movie? Like number one, like top of the list? Your favorite Christmas movie?
It is. It's 100% my favorite Christmas movie. I find a lot of Christmas movies to be very like, you can watch them once maybe. They're usually kids movies like
Jeez.
Bad Santa. Is Bad Santa like once you see the like shock value of him being Bad Santa, you're just kind of like over it. The sequel stuck.
It's not layered. It doesn't have that rewatchable factor to it. Bad Santa was fun. Like it was a nice little mix up. It was like, ooh, Christmas, but with swearing and sex.
Yeah. Yeah. And this mall Santa who's like a piece of shit. But I like Scrooge because they've never done that to a story like a Christmas story really again. They haven't modernized anything really in that way.
What's-his-face Dickens? They've never told What's-his-face Dickens' Christmas Carol? They've told it at least 3 times.
No, they've told it many times, but they always do it set in like the original time. This is set in like the 1980s.
Well,
you know.
What year was Muppet Christmas Carol set? Was Muppet Christmas Carol?
That's like set in like the time of
90s?
The original Charles Dickens.
Charles Dickens.
Everybody
first name.
Yeah. Well, let's see when Muppets Christmas.
Yo, Muppet Christmas.
Oh, also
Carol.
it's Dick Donner who directed this movie, who of course famously did Superman 1 and 2.
Yeah.
He directed Scrooge, right? So I got a vibe that was sort of like it was almost like if Tim Burton was to do his take on Scrooge with the great puppets and the great like the weird 80s aesthetic that everything happened.
And we both know who Tim Burton's favorite musical fucking what's it called? Not soundtrack, what's it called? Score or whatever? Danny
Elfman.
So I'm fucking watching Scrooge, and all of a sudden, when you hear Danny Elfman's music, you know it's Danny Elfman.
Absolutely, and yes, correct.
I was watching it the other night, getting ready for tonight. I was watching it the other night, and I heard it reminded me of Batman Returns. I'm like,
yeah.
Did Danny Elfman make this shit too? Looked it up. Yep.
They did a lot of things where it was like nice, jaunty, Christmassy music, and then it would cut to another scene, right, of something horrible happening to Bill Murray or Frank or Lumpy or whatever you want to call him. Oh, see, Mike Monjo's he's on the Christmas level there because he's Danny Elfman, like Christmas time. But when it cuts to like Bill Murray about to die, Ghost of Christmas Future, the music
Yo,
changes to that.
one of my favorite ghosts in movie portrayal, that ghost.
What?
The Ghost of Christmas Future, that shit was fucking like ominous or whatever.
Yeah, it scared me as a kid.
Yeah.
I was going to talk about that at great length. My first memory of this movie. So I was at a friend's place. I was probably, since the movie came out in '88, I was probably 7 or 8. So it was like the mid '90s. I walked into the kitchen.
Or like, how did you first see it?
Well, I didn't. The first time I watched the whole movie all the way through, I was in my teens. Like I was much older.
Not all the way through, but just like your first introduction to it.
My introduction to it was the story that I'm telling that I'll get to it.
My apologies.
So
continue.
I'll fight. That's where the fist fight comes in. So I'm walking into this kitchen. I'll never forget it. And remember how in the '90s people had televisions, little tiny TVs in their kitchen?
Yeah,
like a portable
dumb.
TV.
Shit was super dumb. Go on.
The mom of this family was watching it on this TV, and I stood there and I started watching it for a second, and she hurried me out of the room.
I just want to clarify. You had a friend.
Did you lose the plot already?
No. I just want to clarify. You had a friend. You went to your friend's place. Your friend was well off, your friend's parents were well off, and they had.
No. It's not even a situation where they were well off. It's like the people just had these all the time in the '90s. I grew up in rural Nova Scotia.
No, only well-off people had little shitty kitchen TVs.
No, man, they were like $100. It's the late '90s. The internet existed already.
That was a lot in the '90s.
That's okay. I was 10 in 1995, so this was probably '93 or '94. So yeah, you're right. They were probably Look, we argued. We lost 2 viewers. We lost 2 viewers from us arguing.
Yo.
Oh my God. Hey, we hit 5 concurrent viewers though. That's more than we did last time. The Sonar Network's still watching, and TV's Alex Trebek, R.I.P., is still watching. So
R.I.P.
Mike Monjo left. That's weird. White trash drops bank on TVs. It's true. See, that's what I'm saying. At any rate, I walked into the room. I'll never forget it. And the mom was like, I was like, "What's this?" And she's like, "You gotta leave the room. This isn't for kids." And on the one hand, I always thought watching Scrooged back, it's not really a kids movie, but it's not that bad. But this time, I was watching it like closely, and it's not a kids movie. There's a lot of
it's not a kids
really
movie
dark. No, it's like a dark comedy, definitely for adults.
It's exactly. It's a Christmas movie for adults. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
There's don't get me wrong. Christmas, fucking yada la la. Christmas is a very kids thing. It's a fucking lie. Sorry, kids, but your parents are Santa. I hope you guys aren't listening to this podcast.
What's up, Phil?
Not to take away from that magic. There's something about I don't know what it is, but for some reason Christmas it affects everyone. Even people technically Christmas is like a Christian thing, right? But basically everyone's force-fed it. Everyone experiences it. Everyone has some sort of relation to it or whatever, right? Around this time of year, this is when they roll.
If you ever have kids, will you keep up the farce that is telling your children that there is a Santa Claus? Will you bother with it when they come home from school and say, "Oh, I wanted Santa to bring me a toy train"? I mean, toy trains won't exist at that point. Whatever, I digress.
Hey, man, fucking kids wanted a toy train shit like nobody's business. I'm happy.
I got a toy train set. It was dope as hell.
Right? A little toy train set? What am I supposed to do? Say no? What am I supposed to do? Play with my little stick and hoop? Do you want me to roll this hoop down the road with my stick? But I'm happy you brought up that question, because me personally, if I ever do have kids, and obviously to have a kid it's a two-party situation, so I'm only half of it. But if I were to offer my half of what I think, like how I think it should be dealt with, is
Well, just find yourself a nice lesbian couple and give them your cum, and then you can maybe get to see the baby sometimes. Probably not though, realistically, unless they're, like I said, your lesbian friends. And then when the kid turns 15, you reveal that you're the real father. Maybe that could be something that you do.
what? Sperm doesn't come out of females' ovaries?
You just give them your cum and then something ... question mark profit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Father or a surrogate sperm donor. Anyway, to answer your question,
Just go to Molly's bar when the bar's open back up and start handing out your cum to lesbian couples. I'm sure nothing bad will come of it.
Come on your hand and then shake someone else's hand.
Shake their...
And eventually, you'll probably have a baby.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Oh, okay.
But to answer
Cum talk. Welcome back to Cum Talk. We're talking cum.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
To answer your question,
Even Silversides in the house, in the place to be. Do you know this Silversides fellow?
Kevin's my bud.
What's up? Welcome to the show. We're talking Scrooged and we're talking cum.
Then who is this corpse in my chair? That's obviously Tim Allen. But, Jace man, to answer your question, if I have a kid or kids, and if I had full control as to their output or whatever.
Well, you should.
Tell them about the story. I would say, there's this story about this guy that did this, cool, nice thing, and we continue that story. We honor that story by continuing that tradition. We do it in his name. That's how I would, me personally, that's how I would go about it. And there's a few reasons.
Yeah, that's good.
Right? There's still the magic. It's not magic that's magic. It's what people can do is what's magic, right? We can be an awesome fucking world. We could be. But
we could be. Or alternatively, we could be greedy and racist and misogynistic. And
that's how I would approach it. Less Jesus, more cum. Apparently, we're supposed to whip him out. Do you want to have a lightsaber fight?
Nope. We just have to talk about cum. I'm not showing I'm not going to immediately get banned from Instagram Live for showing my penis. That's why I wanted to wait for Madison to go to bed so I could whip it out on Instagram Live and get banned.
Banned from Instagram Live? The people demand cum.
The people always demand cum. I've seen them out cum handling. That's like when you panhandle. You're demanding cum. So throughout this whole movie, I'm going, what is Bill Murray actually experiencing? Is he just wasted? He drinks so much fucking vodka in this movie. Is he just wasted in his office, just like freaking out and going through a bunch of turmoil? Because he clearly used to be a good person. Like we see right before he was playing the dog, he was looking for, he wanted to move up in the corporate world. His wife is like, come to this dinner, and he's like, no, I got to go with the president to dinner with the president. The president of the network, not the president of the United States. Exactly. And she's like, well, I think we need to, break up. And he's like, whatever, babe. I'll never regret this decision.
No, that's not what he said. That's not what he said.
I know.
But, okay. This I like what you're bringing up, and this is my interpretation about the thing. It's so like you said, he's fighting to get where he wants to be. He's fighting to get where he wants to be. He randomly met what a better. So fucking this day and age, apparently, I don't fucking know because it's not working, but apparently people meet people online. That shit is fucking weird. How fucking
Yeah.
awesome is it to say, I randomly bumped into someone and, shit grew from there. That that's one thing that I feel bad about future generations is that, I mean, it's still going to be there. Don't get me wrong. I'm
I don't
sure
know if
that it's still going to be there, but just not as much. To have that
yeah.
natural, like just random incident happen that leads to so many other things. But he was a nice guy. He wasn't actually, I'm not too sure. We don't really know how nice of a guy he was. Let's be honest. But he was a different person. And then,
Well,
but he
so if we go back
better.
if we go all the way back, we see like a shot of him being berated by his dad, because that's why I brought the train up, because he's like, I want a train for Christmas.
Right,
and his dad brings him a big slab of veal. Also, his dad is played by his
like
older brother,
right now.
John Murray, I think his name is.
Yo, it was his brother. He had
Brian Doyle Murray, right?
Yeah.
Brian Doyle Murray. So, who is famously was on SNL much later, but is much older than Bill Murray.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
What is it, in your opinion?
What's up, Tim?
Why does Bill Murray draw people to him? What is it about him? Or like, is it just the way his face looks? Like,
he's charismatically hilarious. Like, he's got a charisma, a comedic charisma, where he's like funny, but not super like an old school, like dry, but he's got something to say for everything that's said to him. So I would imagine that in this movie he was doing a lot of not full on improv, but a lot of improv reaction stuff, like working off the person that he was acting with.
I find, like, okay, don't get me wrong, I fucking love Bill Murray. I don't know what it is, but for some reason I always find it weird. You know when you like something and you think it's weird that other like normal people don't like, but then everyone also likes it, and have you ever like been in that kind of situation before?
Yeah, I play video, like I listen to video game music almost exclusively.
So you have maybe a slight understanding about what I'm talking about. Is like he's effortless with how he carries himself. It's very genuine. It feels very authentic. It, like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't feel like he's trying to showboat or anything like that. Like, it's very genuine. And there's also heart at the core of the story. Like, there's actually like a message there. And I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure every role he's played, there's always been heart. There's always been heart at the core of it.
Something I noticed too, between this and Groundhog Day, he's dealt with frozen homeless guys twice. It happens in both movies. I just want to take a question from the audience. When Santa blasts Mrs. Claus, how do you think they do it?
I bet they do it reverse cowgirl in the sleigh.
I'm going to say surprise anal.
Oh, I bet they do it elf style.
I bet they do it chimney style. That's where you it's missionary. He just calls it that because he's a weirdo. What's up, Ronan? This is my cousin Ronan here. We scared everybody away with our cum talk. Now we're talking about Santa Claus blasting Mrs. Claus, but this is an episode of Beard Talk about Scrooged.
Are the elves Santa and Mrs. Claus's kids?
No, they're slaves.
They kidnapped them. They kidnapped them from the elf country, and now they're slaves.
Elf Slovia.
Oh, I don't know how to talk.
Elfsylvania. What do you think? What do you think the Elf Zone is called?
Elf, the Elf region,
The Alpha region of Elfsylvania?
like where they got the Elves, Elvians, El. So if they're called Elf, okay. So if someone from Canada is called Canadian, if someone from United States of America is called American, if someone
Elfheim.
from
That's
Mexico
pretty
is
good.
called Mexican, so elf.
Ronan
So
says
usually when they
elves
call
are
you
from
by a
Elfheim.
name, it's usually shorter. Is it not?
I think
It's
that's
usually,
Lord of the Rings.
oh, say again. Oh, can you
Elfheim.
make up words?
Yeah, that's why I said Elfsylvania. You can do
Well,
whatever you want
I'm just
on
trying
this
to think about it.
video
I'm thinking
podcast.
about it geologically or whatever the word is. Like so, like when someone from what's a Toronto? Torontonian? Toronto what?
Yeah,
What's a Toronto?
Torontonian.
Is that what
Torontonian.
is that what it is? Torontonian?
Yeah,
So Halifax is Haligonian, right?
Haligonian. Yep.
I can't honestly say what other places. I don't know how they. I don't know how they work that out, right? Like I don't know. Is there a Is there like a like a
There is
calculation?
a
Like
linguistic. There's a
yeah.
linguistic way
Oh,
to come up
do you
with
know what I looked up the other day?
what.
I looked up why you say things in a certain order. Like when someone talks about something and they say something in a certain, like if let's say there's a couple things in that one thing they're talking about, they'll they'll say the multiple things and they'll say it in an order. And sometimes it's alphabetical. Sometimes it's straight up it's alphabetical. That's the order they say it. Sometimes it's what's it called? It's syllabical. It's like based on the syllables. So like the more
Yeah,
syllables.
that's like if we're coming up, we want it to be Jason and Kaylin, or Kaylin and Jason would have something to do with that as well, right?
J and K.
Jane K. Jane K's Beard Hour. Talking movies, talking movies, talking movies.
We have this much beard. With
Pretty pretty equal amounts of beard. Mine's a little thin at the end, but you can see it still continues to go down.
where? Yo, put your head up a little bit. See, now that looks like a nice beard. See, like this, like on you, this looks nice and thick. On me, I mean, I got some grays, and there's also light.
But you're
So light,
gray, so you're gray, so you can see it. Mine's black, so it blends into my shirt. You see
yeah,
it better if
but
I do that,
that just makes you more slimming.
I
Etymology,
guess.
exactly.
It's
Etymology.
also unkempt. Like I don't do anything to it because I'm trying to just grow it out until quarantine is over. Sort of my plan right now. Same with my hair. That's why I look like a
That was so
greasy
when
old grease moth.
and it was a joke plan. It was like, oh yeah, COVID, blah blah blah, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna fucking hibernate and just not do shit.
Well, I saw a picture of you from right before COVID, and you
Yeah,
had your beard, you had your hair and your beard short. And I was doing a monthly announcing gig for a wrestling company, so I had my hair and beard totally taken care of because I'd be in front of a group of 300 people
nice.
once a month.
Oh, I gotta tell you something when you have a chance.
Go ahead. We got some. We got about another half hour.
I was gonna say there is like it'll do that thing that happened last time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This is a funny story, and it was never meant to be like disrespectful or anything like that. It connects to you because of the theme. Ooh, look at that Christmas tree. So, Jace Man.
Yeah,
Jace Man.
sorry. Sorry, I'm
Sorry.
listening. I can hear you.
No. I assumed you were listening. I was gonna keep watching the tree, and I assume my voice is like speaking out on your phone. Now we're outside. What is this? Microsoft Teams?
Yeah,
What is this?
I got my
You making up
headphones on.
backgrounds?
I'm vaping, so I'm just showing you what my backyard looks
You're
like.
not allowed to vape inside?
No, I want to talk about it.
All right, that's fair. It's not my place. It's your guys' place. Mostly her place. I mean, girls are always right.
No, it's Madison seems to think that everything's got a film on it, which isn't true. But I don't, you know, I don't
Sometimes,
rock the boat.
yeah, just you know what? I, me personally, I'm more than happy to just go with the road of less friction.
Least resistance. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the expression. Anyway, what were we talking about before that?
you were gonna
Um,
tell me some. You were gonna insult my.
oh, oh,
You were gonna
oh, oh,
insult
oh,
me,
oh. Okay, so have you ever heard of a wrestler called Jeff?
Jeff.
Jeff. I know. I didn't
Uh,
either. I didn't believe it either. I thought it was a joke. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was a joke. But let me tell you this story. So one time, this was like about a year ago. I can't remember if you met him or not. My buddy Corey. Does that name sound
yeah,
familiar?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So he won tickets or something to like a wrestling show at the Forum. This
Yeah.
was about a year ago. And so he won tickets to this wrestling show or whatever at the Forum. And so we had some drinkies. We went to the Forum to go watch the wrestling show. And then, we're chilling. We're watching the
What's up,
show.
Jordan?
Hey?
I said, "What's up, Jordan?" Jordan Bonang just joined.
Bonang! I love Bonang. So so we're there watching the wrestling show. And then I go to the wet section or whatever, like where you go to get the drinkies. I went to go
The beer
fill up
garden.
drinkies, and then while I was there, people started chanting Jeff. Like they started chanting Jeff, and I thought it was what's it called when you're like sarcastic or whatever, right? Like I thought they were like
Heckling.
being sarcastic and like talking about a friend or something, right?
Yeah.
And so I laughed because it seemed hilarious. I got the drinkies. I started going back to my seat. And then the guys, like the wrestlers or whatever, in the stage were like, who wants to challenge us? Whoever wants to challenge us, come up here and do so or whatever, right? So I'm like, okay. So and it blew my fucking mind. Okay, apparently I wasn't supposed to do that, but I did it. And there was like multiple levels of obstacles that should have stopped me. So there was like the outside, there's like the ring, and then there's like that moat. It's like a padded moat around the ring, and then the people,
Yeah.
right?
Ringside. Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I'm talking about. So I get to that first one, that first wall to the moat. He's like, oh, I challenge anyone who wants to challenge me. So I'm like, okay. And I walk up and I get there and no one's stopping me. Like I walk over, I'm like, oh, I guess it's fun. Like I was still a little bit hesitant. I'm like, there's no way that's what he meant. And I'm just bending his words into what I want. But at the same time, I got there. So I'm now at the base of the stage. I'm like, okay, well, so I start climbing up. No one stops me still. I hop over the elastic bands.
Elastic. Oh, the ropes.
Yeah. The
You
rope.
got into the ring.
Check this out. I get into the ring. He's facing that way, and then he turns around and sees that I have now entered the ring, and he is not happy because he
No,
was putting on
you're
a
not supposed
show
to do that.
that
Under
I was
any
not a part
circumstance,
of.
there's one rule for a wrestling fan at a wrestling show, and that's
It's
don't get in the
fear.
fucking ring. Do
No,
not get in the ring.
I didn't realize that. I got in.
Before cheering. You could go to a wrestling show and just stand there silently, and that's more acceptable than getting into a fucking wrestling ring.
Oh, everything. The opposite of what I did is way more acceptable than what I did. But you have to understand from my simple mind, because I'm a big dumb idiot. He said, I challenge any of you, or whatever. I can't remember what he said. He said something about, I challenge you. So I'm like, okay. And I walked into the ring. Now, in my defense, I got to the ring. If I wasn't supposed
That's
to
true. Where was security?
Right? So I'm just saying. But all that, and I'm not calling anyone out. Everyone was great. We all had a good time, et cetera, et cetera. But I got in the ring. He turned around. He saw me there. He was not happy because he was putting on a show, and I was not part of the show. And
right.
He charged me and threw me out of the ring. But I'm so fucking good with my wrestling skills that I'm like,
oh, you sold it. It's called selling.
No.
Sold it.
No. He tried to throw me out.
What's up, Danielle?
I flipped around the ropes. And then was still there. And I was like,
that's awesome.
No one liked it. And then
the fans, of course, hated it because you don't get in the ring. That's like the one thing I'm telling you.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
Well, that's I've never been in this situation where I've seen somebody rush the ring while I was in it, but I've been at wrestling shows.
To you because I know it's your forte, your circle. I was a guest and I acted inappropriately, and I can say with honesty, it wasn't intentional.
Yeah, but check this out. You have at least the story to tell, because the way you tell that story is pretty hilarious.
That's my favorite part.
He turned around, he looked at me, he was not happy. He rushed me, threw me over the ropes, but I just was fine.
And he wasn't happy about that either.
Oh, I believe it, because you just exposed the business, as they say.
I was, and again, and I'm like, I brought it up because I know it's your forte, and I did. So I got kicked out. I left the forum. I walked home. I felt really bad. I also thought to myself, well, I don't know, maybe don't challenge anyone to come challenge you. But
yeah, but it's like you should have read the context. He was probably trying to, because there was somebody that was probably supposed to come out and challenge him, like another wrestler.
Jeff! It was fucking Jeff! So apparently, okay, so I fucking get kicked out because I'm not a part of the show.
Doesn't Corey try to stop you? Like, that's what I am not. All of this seems suspect to me because your buddy is not like, don't do that. He should have known better. Or was he like, that's hilarious, do it?
It's the Forum. Have you ever been to the Forum?
Yes, I lived in Halifax for 28 years.
Exactly.
Of course, I've been to the Forum many times.
They're not.
Multi-purpose center and main forum, both sides.
Both sides? Yo, fucking don't fuck with my what's it called? Flea market side.
The multi-purpose center. That's where I saw wrestling a bunch of times.
Yeah, at the Forum.
Yeah.
It was my first time. And I'm sorry. That basically what I'm trying to say right now is I'm sorry.
That's okay. We have 0 viewers now. We did it. We finally chased away all our concurrent viewers. Oh, got one. Nope, no viewers.
That might be me.
It's you. So we're gonna get kicked off this live very soon. So do you want to wrap up? You want to just talk about Scrooged for another minute, and then
let's talk about Scrooged.
So I wanted to bring up a couple hilarious things, like Lee Majors at the very beginning, who was the $6 Million Man.
Yeah.
He comes in. I want to watch that movie, the movie where Santa gets attacked. It's like a Red Dawn situation. But then the next fake...
that movie and Dirty Rotten Scoundrels or whatever it's called from Home Alone.
Yeah.
Those movies need to be made as movies.
Yes. Keep the change, you filthy animal.
And a happy new year.
Also, Robert Goulet's Cajun Christmas. In high school, I was in a band called Robert Goulet. We were a punk band, but we were called Robert Goulet. And then the Father Loves Beaver fake movie or TV show I thought was hilarious. And that's when I was like, I don't remember this raunchy joke.
Me neither. Yeah. Always chasing like at the that was the thing I watched the other day. I put it on and it had those those weird Christmas shows or movies they were trying to pitch at the beginning. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, I remember the general Bill Murray meeting some ghosts, but I forgot all about all of that shit. And it's not a kid's movie. It's not a kid's movie. It's an adult Christmas movie. And I actually kind of respect it more for that fact. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get me wrong. I do like the whole, there's a little bit of something for everything, right? Like, there's doing your nice little cookie cutter fluff stuff. And when it's done right, it's awesome for that. But at the same time, I'm not a kid anymore. I'm jaded from life. And I don't want to see this bullshit. I want some real shit, which is I appreciate it and it was respectable. And like I said, fucking Bill Murray, he has this effortlessness to him.
Yes.
Yeah.
This movie was actually rated PG-13, but the film review board was a little bit different in the 80s. This is before they split it up into 4 or 5 different ratings instead of 3.
I can see that.
But
13. Why? What do you think it is?
I would say 14A by the way that things are rated now.
I don't know the rules of ratings.
It's swearing and violence. I guess there's only a couple of. There's no fucks. There's a couple of shits. Violence-wise, the violence is all cartoon violence.
I'm pretty sure you can get a PG with 1 fuck, but it can't be a verb or something like that. It's a weird rule.
Which is crazy. Oh, you're cutting out.
This might be the end of it.
Are we getting booted?
We might be. Just wait.
Okay. What's your film? What's your rating for this movie? Do you have a rating? I'm going to give it 4 out of 5. Solid 4 out of 5. It's one of my favorites of all time.
That is a high
Christmas. Christmas movies, yes.
Christmas movies?
Out of Christmas movies, it's my favorite Christmas movie. 5 out of 5. But on my movie review,
would you say 5 out of 5?
Yes. It's my favorite Christmas movie.
Out of Christmas movies, I'd probably give it 4.7, 4.8. I can't lie. I fucking love Muppet Christmas Carol. I fucking love it. It's so much fun. It's the original story, but it's with the jokes that fucking Gonzo and Rizzo fucking bring to it.
That's where Rizzo was introduced, right? That's where Rizzo comes from, isn't it?
That's where he started, I think. He was kind of he was a background character, whatever. His puppet was in the background before, but I think
the mice were in it, but they characterized him and then they kept him for other movies.
Yeah.
Like Pirates and Take Manhattan and stuff.
Exactly, Pirates. Yeah, that was also a fucking great movie.
Was Muppets Take Manhattan before or after Christmas?
I want to say before, but I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure Muppets Take Manhattan was the first Muppets.
The first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it was Muppet Christmas Carol. It's wholesome. It's fun. I can't get enough of it. Scrooged is fucking dope though. Scrooged is real. I was watching it the other day. I was sitting there. I had a great time. I hadn't watched it in a while, so there was things where I forgot about this shit. I didn't realize it was that adult or whatever, right?
I like how they want to show they preview they do the trailer of the movie or the like live show that they're doing, and they do this nice thing with an old man in a chair with a book, and then Bill Murray's like,
Yeah.
fuck that, we gotta scare them into watching. And then it shows an exploding plane, it shows somebody getting shot by a shotgun on the highway. You know what I mean? Like, this is a pre 9/11 world, so you can just show a fucking airplane exploding on TV.
A lot.
But then
Yeah.
it kills an old lady, which I thought was a hilarious side effect of it.
I wrote that down. There was what is it? La 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 la. Fuck. There was a fucking newspaper headline or something. I wrote it down. I did write it down. But
Well, she comes in, she's like, we just got a call that the ad actually killed somebody.
You can't. Yo, there was a few things actually. There was a few moments where I was like, yo, did this originate that? Like, it was like, you can't. He said something about like you can't buy advertising like that. There was one point where it was like crazy like a fox, and I'm like,
Yeah, I've noted that too.
fucking. Oh, also Bobcat. Fucking that
Bobcat Goldthwait. Yeah.
I fucking love that guy. Like,
did you know he can't do that? He can't do that voice anymore because he hasn't done it in such a long time that he forgot how to do it.
What? No, I didn't hear that. And also, how could you not? Like, couldn't you at least try to mimic it and then find it again?
I don't know. He's a director now, and I've seen him in interviews say that he can't do it anymore because it's been so long. Maybe he's using hyperbole. Maybe he's being hyperbolic, but let's try to get Bobcat on our show, and we'll ask him.
Yo, no, he probably doesn't want to get asked that shit.
Yeah, that's true.
I'd be more than happy to fucking talk to that guy. I like that fucking, like, it's a character. It's a character you can't, you can't match it. You'll never see it again. It's impossible. Like, you can't even try to do it again. And I could only imagine, because I'm trying to put myself in his shoes, which is impossible, but like just trying to I can imagine myself getting fed up with it and not wanting to do it for sure.
Well, yeah, after doing 8 Police Academy movies, doing the same character. And then he didn't even keep that character in the Police Academy movies. He's doing that same character in movies outside of the Police Academy universe.
And what's it called? Hercules. Was he that guy in the cartoon Hercules? Or was someone just mimicking him?
Who?
Remember Pain and Havoc? The little demons? Those little demon things? Pain and Havoc? One of them talked like him. If it wasn't him, then someone was mimicking him.
Let me look that up.
Hercules, Disney Hercules cartoon movie, Pain and Havoc.
Let's see here.
For the rest of our viewers, while Jaceman is looking up Bobcat's history, I leave you with this. Do 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 do. Laziness. King.
I think he was talking about Bobcat not wanting to do the voice, I think.
Oh, like that's what I'm saying. Like it's probably not he forgot. Like you can't. I don't believe you could forget something like that. It's like it's my voice makes sounds, right? Like I do things like you don't forget it. I could definitely understand not wanting to do it for sure.
Yeah,
because that was one thing that, I mean, obviously I'm no movie star, but back in the day, it's like, oh man, if I was a fucking movie star, and I had a certain idea of like the kind of character that I would play. And
yeah, you were right. It is Bobcat was one of the voices
in the Hercules movie.
Yeah,
nice. He kills it, man. Like, yo, love that guy. His that character he created is fucking amazing. You can't touch it. It's so like I don't even have the words to describe it. You can't, like, what do you say to that? Like, just the way he delivers lines, the way like, that character is fucking amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. I can't say enough. That was one thing that I loved about it. What were we saying about Carrie something something?
Carrie, what?
Oh, no. Did you catch the joke about, yo, what do you know about Chernobyl or something about Russia or some shit?
Chernobyl was the nuclear meltdown that happened in 1986.
Yo, did you watch that fucking Netflix show Dark?
No,
It,
I heard it's good though.
it is good. I vouch for it. I don't want to hype you up for anything, but
No, I know it's one of those shows that it's on my list to watch.
it's definitely a good watch. But I recommend Au Natural, the native language, and then put subtitles on. I know it sucks, but it's better.
Cool. I just wrote it down. I am watching. I watched the first half of the first episode of the Saved by the Bell reboot today.
Remix?
Reboot. It has it to continue. So the storyline is that Zach Morris. They got Mark Paul Gosselaar back. They got fucking uh, Mario Lopez. They got Elizabeth Berkley, and they got Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
Nice.
And the story is that Zach Morris tries to get out of his speeding ticket by running for the governor of California and wins.
Classic.
And he takes all the fun. He accidentally takes all the funding out of inner city schools, and they all have to shut down. So all these inner city kids have to go to Bayside, which is of course, a rich, affluent, white, high property value community.
Yeah.
So I've only gotten through the first and a half act of the first episode, but it does this weird thing where everything they shot outside of the school looks like like a drama.
Yeah.
But then when they're in the school, everything's super. Yeah. But when they're in the school, it's super vibrant and almost sitcom like. It's really weird. So I'm gonna check it out and continue to watch it.
This sounds interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. Have you watched Cobra Kai?
No, that's gonna be one of those shows I wait till it's done
Oh my god! So
and binge it all.
Actually, I applaud you about that. Breaking Bad and The Wire, I didn't watch until they were done, and then I watched them straight through. And they're Cobra Kai.
I watched Breaking Bad while it was on, but I watched The Wire literally last year.
The Wire is amazing. The Wire is
I also watched Mad Men and Sopranos last year.
So I started watching Sopranos for the first time a few months ago. I still have, I think, 2 or 3 seasons left, but I don't know why.
Cherish it because it's one of the best TV shows I've ever seen.
Sopranos?
Yeah.
No. The Wire is the best. The Wire is literally the best.
I think The Wire is overrated, personally.
You are fucking crazy. See, look, The Sopranos, it covers The Sopranos. That's it. The Wire.
I know it. The Wire is almost like an anthology.
You get the streets. You get the cops. You get the politicians. You get the regular blue-collar workers. You get the fucking teachers. You get
the school.
Whole web of just these interconnections and how we're all playing against each other and fucking taking each other down when we all should be working with each other.
That's true. That's a good outlook on it.
My favorite part is that at each level or whatever, like different area, it's still the same. It's the same fucking game, just different pieces, right? Like you got your street level, like, trying to do this, trying to get this spot, trying to look out for cops. You got cops trying to get callers, trying to fucking make their numbers for this month, trying to meet their quotas. You got fucking politicians trying to, you know, bring the numbers that they present to the community, and we brought we brought crime down by this much or whatever to present, the effectiveness that they're bringing and shit. You got your schools with your, this amount of students pass and become to do this or whatever. Like, it's all the
Duquan.
same. It's all the
Duquan
same.
was a good character.
Eh?
Mr. Fuck.
Favorite character? Is that what you said?
No, I said he's a good character. But he ends up, they allude to him just going to the fucking dark side anyway. Mr. Prespolowski was a great character. He had a good, like, arc where he, like, redeemed himself for killing that cop by being good to the kids.
Yeah.
I like that I could say Prespolowski because nobody on that show could say his name. They called him Prez.
Once travel restrictions are lifted, we need to fucking do an actual hangout sesh sometime.
Well, yeah, Madison wants to come to Halifax real bad.
Well, it's fucking awesome here.
Well, I mean, you guys, it's better than here for COVID. That's for sure.
That's because one, we're not popular. Two, we're like, fucking stay home and don't do shit and just fucking calm down for a minute.
Because there's nothing to do in Halifax except for go to bars.
They're shut down right now. Shit.
No, I know, but even before quarantine, there's nothing to do in Halifax.
Why does everyone say that?
I love Toronto. I love that I moved to Toronto because there's.
Do where you are?
I mean, I stay home and play video games personally, but if I want to go to a video game bar, we have video game bars. If I want to go,
we could just open one here.
If I want to go to one of the biggest malls in the world, I can do that. I don't know. I just like the hustle and bustle of a bigger city.
Easton Center's one of the biggest malls in the world?
Eaton, not Eastman.
It's not my baseball gear?
Eaton Center.
Eaton. I was there once. They have like 3 layers or some shit.
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
What have they done for you lately?
Nothing. People refuse to wear masks, so I have to stay home.
Well, then, there you go. I'm sorry. I felt like an asshole there. I didn't mean to. That's
okay.
But
we hardly talked about Scrooged on this once again.
Let me hit you with some Scrooged.
That's the joke. That's the joke.
You're Scrooged. Let me hit you with some Scrooged shit. Oh. One thing that I thought was hilarious is when the fucking chick came up to him, and then he's like, "Oh, I don't know how long it's been." And then he looks at his wrist, like there's a watch, but there's no watch, and then he's like, 15 years.
I like at the very beginning where he pulls out a drawer and there's a mirror in the drawer so he can look at himself.
Yeah. He gives himself the little it wasn't a wink, was it? Was it a wink or like an eyebrow?
Oh yeah.
Was it a raise?
It was definitely I think it was a wink. I think he winked at himself.
I meant to write it down. I do remember that part. The guy, so let's talk about, so obviously, Bill Murray's a great guy, great actor. We talked about Bobcat, fucking, what's his face? David Johansen, the guy that plays the fucking cabbie driver. I fucking love that guy's face. Like,
yes,
he just kills it. He brings so much, like, it's perfect. Like, whatever it is, like, he's just naturally has that energy.
He's from the New York Dolls.
What is that?
The band.
Nice. Was he
personality crisis. Yeah, I don't know if you don't know it's kind of kind of a deep cut, I would say, unless you listen to punk rock a lot.
Unfortunately, any punk rock I've ever listened to would have been anytime you brought me to a show or something. Because I
Yeah.
listen to gay oldies and rap.
Gay oldies.
Yeah, you know the ones. Like, what's that one with the guy and the saxophone? Not John Michael. What's the guy's name? What's the one with the saxophone? The baby making music. Do 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 do.
Oh, Kenny
Do
Loggins.
do do
No.
do
Yeah,
do
that's
do do
that's Kenny Loggins, isn't it?
do. John Michael? No. What's that fucking guy?
Oh, what's that song called?
The saxophone with the baby making music.
Oh,
Whisper, careless whisper.
that's Mike. That's you know, George Michael.
George Michael.
Oh, that's Wham. That's
And
his band
also,
that he was in before, called Wham.
yeah, what am I supposed to do? Not wham?
Not Wham. I've been doing DDP yoga. I got big muscles now.
I have been doing nothing. I've been fucking sorry viewers, I won't bother you with my troubles.
It won't bother you with my troubles.
They don't want to hear that. Even if they're not here right now, they might watch it later. And they don't want to hear it then either.
Let's be real. Nobody's getting this far into our Instagram TV
Let's be
version
really
of this.
real, Jace man.
Just man. It's not cutting us off after an hour this time. We've definitely gone well beyond an hour.
Well, I hope you're ready to keep going because
I am. I'm chilling
I'm
out.
prepared to be cut off. That's what I based this whole thing. But if you're down to keep talking, I'm down to keep talking. I do
Yeah,
have
man.
some other notes that I wrote down.
Yeah, I've only used like 10% of my notes
I used
so far.
lines of my notes so far.
So let me talk about the next thing on my list here.
Hit me.
Let's see here. No,
Yo,
not
hey, yo,
Blossom, not.
put your notes by the camera, so it's like when you read your notes, it's like you're talking to the camera.
No, I'm going to. I just have to find it. I typed it out on my. I typed it out and then I sent it to myself on Facebook. So it's in like
So
my
what? You're all
Facebook.
digital, eh? You're all digital. You're all digital. I need.
I try. I do my best.
Well,
Welcome
you know
to
what?
Scrooge After Dark.
You know what? I like. So I'm in a. What's that thing?
Oh,
Like,
how about when they tried to make the president of the network is like, I want more stuff in the movies and TV shows that we produce to have content for animals. The Nielsen ratings show that more animals are
the
watching
pet,
television than ever.
the
So
pet TV?
put a bird in it.
Isn't that a real thing now? Don't they actually?
There's channels, there's TV shows and channels and stuff that are meant to put on while you're away.
Yeah, that's a real thing. That's fucking what's it called? Predictive programming or whatever.
Are you a conspiracy theorist?
Yes, I am. Look at my beard.
Oh,
Is my thing charging?
so Bill Murray's character is a real Scrooge, if you will, and he wants to send towels to everyone instead of actual gifts because he's so cheap.
Can you still see me?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Well, see, the thing is, we're having so much fun, and the viewers are tuned in. Oh, are you looking at me right now? We're having a great time, But the thing with like electronics is they have batteries.
Okay. So you need to plug your phone in? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, what? How'd you know?
Did you get a PlayStation 5?
Were you the one telling me about shoppers?
Yeah.
Oh, goddamn! What happened? Is that a play? That looks like a PlayStation 5. You got one? Nice.
Oh yeah.
Fucking dope, man.
They're they're still super hard to get. It's been about a month since it came out. Almost.
I assume they're going to do another wave, probably like later in December. Is my like
they've been doing waves, but the problem is scalpers still have their bots set up to just buy them, and then they're selling them on eBay for between $1,000 and $1,500. But the thing is they keep.
Why can't we all just like, yo, Jason? What do we got to do to fix the world? What? Like, I don't understand. It like, why do all that? Why have all the why? Like, I don't understand. Like,
because you have those like trash people that just are like, I want to make a quick buck.
Well, how about this?
The thing is, though, is if you just stockpile thousands of PlayStation 5s, first of all, you're not going to sell them because Sony's just going to release more. Sony's just going to make more money, right? And think that they're making lots of money. And then these people are going to have these stockpiles, and they're going to end up selling them for probably less than what they paid for anyway, just to get rid of them and make their money back quickly.
Or how about this? We all contribute to whatever, like, we all get everything, and we all contribute to making that happen. So today, you fucking help water the carrots. Tomorrow, you make sure the assembly line doesn't fuck up.
You're a communist.
Next week,
no,
look, no,
it's fine. I'm a bit of a socialist myself.
How about a communist? What about a little bit of communist, a little bit of liberal, a little bit of anarchist or whatever? What's that other one?
Yeah, I mean, that's what Canada is. Luckily, we swing a little bit more left than the States.
We are.
So it's good here, you know. I think Canada has a long ways to go when it comes to like treatment of Indigenous peoples and also just race stuff as well. And police here are trash, but like I look at the States and every day I'm thankful that I don't live in the States, at least. And then even if you're an American dealing with the bullshit they live in, imagine if you live in the States, imagine living in like a third world country or like the Middle East that's just bombed to shit and never rebuilt.
Well, do you know what I wonder about? Okay, you're you, I'm me. We, in our regular, in our daily life, we have the physical things that interact with our life, but we're still thinking about life as, oh, this is a weird fucking thing. Like, this is just weird, right? Like, the way the world is, right, is weird. And then so anyone else, everywhere else, they have their physical interactions, but they're like, oh, this is fucking weird. I'm assuming, or at least maybe there's a good majority that I want to say that maybe it's safe to say we're all thinking the same, like, we're all different. Don't get me wrong. You're you, I'm me. We all have our little innerness, but we're also like, oh, so, I mean, some of us might have been born 10 years ago. Some of us might have been born 20 years ago. Some of us have been born 30 years ago, 40 years ago. You experience things throughout the duration of your time here, but at the same time, you got here like, well, what is this thrust upon me?
Well, we're going to get to an age ourselves where we're old, and some of the things that we think now are fine and progressive turn out to be, backwards, You know, my dad, my dad is not, doesn't have a racist bone in his body, but he still says shit from his era, you know, and he's like 58. He still says things. And I have to be like, no, you can't say that anymore, you know. And it's not like overt. It's not like racism. It's like more like
saying lyrics to a rap
just
song?
stuff you shouldn't. Yeah, you know, like just stuff you shouldn't say that would have been fine at one point, you know. So there's gonna come a time where we're old, and things that are one way now, you know, are gonna have to be reintroduced to us. I'm the kind of person that I will adjust and move forward, but a lot of people don't, and a lot of people won't, and that's kind of like a lot of people are conservative, right wing people, and they're unwaveringly conservative, and you can't come to them and be like, we should control some degree of the assembly line. We should control some degree of the billionaires' money. Billionaires shouldn't be billionaires. Millionaires should be the highest you go. You should get to $9,999,000, and then every dollar over that should go into the economy, or go into helping the needy, or go into building a hospital. You know.
Right. I like those additions, but out of curiosity, do you think there should be a limit to how much one person can own?
Yes, it's called a monopoly already, but people
But there isn't
get around that with with politics all the time. Like,
on it, right?
look at Jeff Bezos. He's going to be a trillionaire. You know, I think he is a trillionaire.
I don't know what he did or how he did it, but like,
he put Walmart on the internet. That's what he did. He stole Walmart's idea and put it on the internet, and then
digital Walmart.
Yes,
that sounds cool.
There should be several digital Walmarts, though. There shouldn't be one Amazon. There should be several. It should be like the company I work for, Indigo. There should be multiple companies that have these different, you know, wares. But even still, it shouldn't be like that anyway, because Walmart's a bad company too. Like they just undercut everybody until they have the full market share, and and it's crazy that Amazon makes Walmart look like a mom and pop company because of the difference in money that's generated. Amazon is like a way of life now. I did all my Christmas shopping online. I only bought maybe 2 things off Amazon, but I haven't bought anything off Amazon in a year. But that's not gonna like change their business model, you know?
Talking about that. So the thing with with Walmart versus a mom and pop shop, you had something in your local area you could go to that had the things you wanted for less, right? And now it's not a matter of going there because you have it shipped to you. So basically, they like you said, so Amazon kind of did what they did, but in a digital way. Oh, just wait, what? You still there? Can you hear me? Can we hear each other?
Hello?
Hey,
hello?
Viewers, can
hello?
You hear us right now?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, my phone fell over. Did you not see that? I took a giant swig where I went back because this chair is kind of like and my phone fell to the ground. My phone fell to the ground, and then I picked it up. My headphone came on. I've noticed that wiring wireless headphones is way better for this kind of thing.
Why so? Tell me more.
Well, I find that the connection can't get cut. So when I'm playing online with people, I use a PlayStation controller, which has a jack right on it. So I've just plugged these PlayStation headphones into the jack, even if I'm playing PC games.
Yeah. And
it works. And you don't get that weird, like, cutout. I don't know. I assume you don't play a lot of games online. Because you're not a huge gamer. You have your N64.
Not a huge gamer.
I don't know. You weren't, like, I don't remember when we lived in the towers together.
I'm not a huge gamer. I fucked around with N64 and Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. Do you have a PS4
No, I got a
or an Xbox?
I got a PS3. I might get a PS5. We'll see. This
I
like
mean,
still
if you
works.
get the
This
PS5,
thing
right,
still
you'll have the
shows
whole library of PS4 games to play. So I would say that's a good leap.
that. I mean, yes, there are positives. There's definitely positives to upgrading for sure. But one like argument or whatever, like one note for this side or whatever, like keeping it at PS3 is it still works. Like it works.
Yeah,
What?
yeah,
I should buy something new because there's something new. Like I get it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not
yeah. There's new, different, better games with better graphics and new experiences. That's. But I'm a gamer. I'm not hardcore, but I'm a gamer. I play like I buy all the new shit. You know, I've got a Switch. I have every PlayStation ever.
I'll
Don't I have
games. No, I'll cheers the games. You know what? I'll probably get a whole lot of flack for this one. Metal Gear Solid. Probably a great game. I couldn't get into it. It was
I can't get into it.
it was it I maybe it might have been one of those things where, like a TV show where you need to give it like a season or so to like build up. But
It's
like
different though because it's one of those things where you have to be there from the beginning, I think. And I
I
didn't
wasn't
like it
from the
on the
beginning.
original
I
PlayStation.
jumped in.
And it is like it's seasons, but the thing is graphically it keeps getting upgraded, so you
Right.
can't just jump in to the story, but you also don't want to go back and play the original because the graphics look like shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I get that, but I don't like stealth in video games. I just don't. I hate stealth
It's
sections
I'm
in
not a
games.
stealthy person. I'm like
I'm not a stealthy person. I'm a run and gun and shoot and explode and grenade and fucking fist fight kind of a game player.
yeah.
And I'm playing this game called Death. Have you
I'm
heard of?
like a Pikachu from fucking Smash Bros.
Yeah. Have you heard of the game Death Stranding?
I've heard of Distrega.
Uh, Death Stranding is a game
One second.
by
One second.
Guillermo del Toro. Okay.
One second.
There's nobody watching this podcast right now, but if you're watching this on Instagram Live, Kalen is just left. He's just gone. If you look in the background of his shot, though, you can see some of his DVD collection. I see he's gone
It's
against
true.
everything he said he would ever do, and his stacking doubles there because traditionally he had everything laid out so you could see every single movie.
Used to.
Oh,
You used to. It back in Brunswick days.
yeah. I assume that, like, do you still collect movies, or have you moved over to, like, you just watch everything on streaming services and stuff?
This is like this game. Say it again. Oh, streaming. So
Like, do you still buy
I,
movies
I've,
and stuff
I've
all the time?
reduced my movie collecting frequency or whatever. I used to get a lot of movies back in the day. Now I'm more selective. Fucking There Will Be Blood. That's a dope fucking movie.
Yeah, of course, it's a great movie. I Drink Your Milkshake. That's from the Brunswick era. That's from Steve saw it and wouldn't stop quoting it. Same with Dark Knight Returns.
Oh,
Remember the time? Remember the time
like
I
it.
got the? Remember the time I got the Scott Pilgrim DVD and had you over to watch it?
Yeah.
And I cranked the TV up so loud that it was like the sound was breaking, and I was still like, "Oh man, this is awesome." I don't have a lot of regrets in my life, but I wish that I hadn't had it up on max volume like that because it sounded like shit. I have a TV now that I can crank up and actually sounds loud.
You
I wish TV technology was better. Sorry, what?
you got to find the right levels.
Yeah. But I think most flats, like most TVs, are meant to be set up to like at least a sound bar or a surround sound, especially for watching movies.
Well,
I mean, obviously,
TV
I
speakers
couldn't afford
suck.
that. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
I
all
still have that TV.
suck.
It's my bedroom
No.
TV. My
Message to
PlayStation
all
3
you
and my
of
PlayStation
me
4 are both
out there
hooked up to
watching
it.
our live. See this right now? See, just wait. Just wait. See this right now?
Yeah.
These guys
Yeah.
are like, hey, do you know what really pisses me off? I'm watching a movie and then I'm watching it at a reasonable level so I don't piss anyone off. You know, I'm listening to the actors talk, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden there's an explosion and it blows my fucking ears off. I don't like that.
Well, Netflix is, in my opinion, the worst for gun sound levels. It'll be like, okay, we have to go into the mission. Blah, blah, blah. So you turn it up and turn it up and turn it up, so they just sound like they're talking. And then there's a shootout, and it fucking rattles the whole room.
That's what I'm saying. I don't like it. And I'm pretty sure
I hate when you're watching a movie and you're constantly turning up and down the show or the movie. It's just like figure it out. Figure it out.
No, exactly. Level it out, balance it out. So I get it. I get it from the point of let's say you had your own place where you can fucking play whatever sound and bass you wanted where it didn't affect anyone else. You want to hear the sound like it's here. You want to feel the bass like it's here. But right now, for a good majority of us, that's not what it is.
No, I live in an apartment. The walls are there's somebody above me, and the floor in between levels is like paper thin.
Is there like someone up, someone over, someone over?
No, we live in a dupe, like half a house converted into three apartments.
Oh,
there's nobody there. That's the other half of the house, but it's like unfinished and owned by somebody else.
Yeah.
And this half of the house is this apartment, one above and one above that.
Yeah.
And the person above us, when she's home, you can hear her TV, you can hear her walking around.
Can you hear her?
I'm sure that she hears me watching, TV at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Now?
I don't know. She might be able to hear me talking, but I don't know. Her bedroom is like at the other side of the apartment, back above our bedroom.
Tell her.
And the thing about that bedroom, okay, I will. The thing about our bedroom back there is Madison can't hear anything in that room right now. I can be as loud as I want in the living room, and she just can't. You can't. There's a wind tunnel when you have a fan on in there.
Yeah.
It creates this like wind tunnel effect where you just can't hear anything. Like I can't. If she's in the bedroom, and I yell to her, she just doesn't respond. She cannot hear.
Do you know what's weird? So it's weird when you think someone should be able to hear you and they can't hear you, and then you get angry, but then you realize it's not their fault, and then you get like angry at yourself for being angry.
Yes.
I hate that.
Madison has this thing where if you try to talk to her while she's reading, she can't hear you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't understand that. I don't get it. I can't, because if somebody's talking to me while I'm reading, I'll at least
You ever get zoned out playing video games? You ever get zoned out?
No.
You never get.
If somebody's talking to me while I'm doing something, it knocks me out of my trance.
You've never been zoned out on anything.
No, if I'm reading something and listening to something at the same time, I won't hear what the person is saying, but I still know they're talking to me.
Oh, what is
that's my?
Doesn't know you're talking to her.
She doesn't I'll say something directly to her.
Were you standing in front of her?
Yes. It's crazy. I've never seen anything like it.
You never zoned out though?
I zone out all the time, but I can my multitask function is extremely high level. That's all I can say. I don't want to sound like a fucking, actually nerd. Yes, I'm a computer man.
What's that fucking line Arnold says?
It's the neural net processor, thinking computer.
Yeah, yeah. uh,
God blesses
all you
everyone.
people of the future, just so you know, when you can't touch us then, you could have touched us now.
I like the idea that 100 years in the future, after we're long gone, people are not only watching this, but they're watching that fucking episode of Jason's show where I take you on a magical imagination adventure. It's super beer time. It's super beer time.
Fucking, you sent me through an adventure. I remember, like I was on like a magic carpet ride, and I was like flying through like flowers or something.
We should track down. We should track down Steve and Drew, and
Do it
do like
again.
a Zoom call. No, not do it again, but yeah, do like a reunion episode for
That'd be
like a
dope.
10-year that nobody watches, but it's still
That'd be so dope.
hilarious.
I'm down.
Oh my god.
I like look. I'm down for anything, and sometimes I'll do things by myself, but it's usually more helpful to do something with someone else.
Have you gotten into TikToking? I could see you making some funny TikToks.
I haven't TikTok. I feel like I'm too like not to say that I feel like
Yeah,
I'm old, but like I
we
don't
are. We are too old.
I don't want to deal with technology at all.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Like I'm doing this. This is the extent of my thing. And sometimes I'll message people like, "Hey, how do I do what they do with the thing and the thing?"
Well, yeah. We do Blossom Buddies uh over Zoom, which is fine. You should come on. You should watch an episode. If I give you the login for the Blossom Buddies YouTube, I have season 4 on there purchased. You should watch an episode, then come on the show and be a guest.
Whoa!
Exactly. In fact, this week Joey did 3 woes. We at the end of every episode we do the woe watch.
Oh! People aren't tuned into that shit.
Yeah, we have about 10 downloads a week.
Yo, look, Jace man, this is my skill. My skill is being the crazy wild card.
My skill is being the crazy wild card, and Craig's skill, my co-host, is also a wild card.
So we gotta wild card it up. There's no reason why. First off, who the fuck doesn't like Blossom? Tell me that.
It turns out a lot of people.
No, that's not true. You're basing
If they can bring back Saved by the Bell, though, they can bring back Blossom. Peacock Network better fucking reboot that shit so it brings relevance.
Blossom was the shit, and I guarantee
Blossom was the shit. That's why we're doing a whole fucking podcast series about it.
Blossom's coming back. I can tell you that for a fact because it rhymes. But you know what else?
What else?
If we're all wild cards, apparently people don't know.
If you don't know, you know.
Well, sometimes if you know, you know. But, so, okay, there is that one rule where you don't tell them about it. But if you want people to know about it, you need to, like, subliminally or subconsciously tell them about it without telling them about it. Don't tell me about your Bullet Club. Don't make me get my, oh, you want? All right, let's do it. 1 second.
What's happening?
Keep him entertained.
What's he doing?
Keep him entertained.
So I'm going to teach you now how to roll a marijuana cigarette. First, you take your legal government-issued marijuana, and then you get past the child lock. And then you have a Shotgun Doctor shirt? Hell yeah, Shotgun Doctor is my band from the before time in the long, long ago.
For all you viewers out there, today, tomorrow,
100 years in the future.
my favorite, by the way, you guys are probably really cool.
Do you still have our CD?
Ooh. Yeah, I probably do.
Somewhere? Yeah.
I probably do. Like, I don't throw. I'm a fucking yo, man. I'm like, it's kind of bad, but at the same time, I kind of like it. I'm a pack rat or whatever it's called. Like, I don't throw shit out.
Do you still live on what's it called, street?
Yep.
Yep. The street that I lived on there,
No.
where James lived
No.
as well.
No.
Where we partied that night, and then you got up and fucking got a haircut while I was still awake because we were
What did I do?
drinking a lot of coffee.
I got a haircut.
Yeah, you don't remember that day?
Did I buzz it all off?
Probably.
No, I don't remember that.
I was in town visiting, and we partied all night, and then you had to get up and go get a haircut.
How's my hair now?
It's floofly and fluffly like mine. I got this little strand right here that I've always wanted. I look like a real fucking prep.
The Superman curl.
Yeah. I'm off for 4 days right now. It's my first of 4 days off.
Where'd you come back from?
I just did 9 days in a row.
9 days in a row of what?
My job.
Oh, so they make you take it off?
No, I opted in. We're understaffed right now, so I opted in to do overtime last weekend.
Nice.
So I got 10 hours overtime, which is dope. I'll get a little bit extra money on my paycheck, but basically everybody who opted in for it has to end up working a giant stint in a row. But it was supposed to be 9 on, 1 day off, 1 day on, 2 days off. Right. So I used the vacation day for tomorrow, so I could have 4 off in a row. Because I need a break.
You deserve it. And also, win-win, I just found some weed that I dropped.
Nice. So what I was going to say, though, I was going to tell you a really gross story about how I didn't shower today. So I got a good...
Go on!
I got a good armpit going, and I farted.
What do you mean you got a good armpit going?
Got a good armpit going.
Oh, you can... Whoa.
So I farted, and it smelled like farts and armpits at the same time.
Have you worked out? Have you done anything strenuous today?
Not today, no.
You have armpit going?
Yeah, I'm just sweaty from yelling at you on a fucking Instagram.
Well, that makes sense. I have that effect.
And I'm not like I'm not a stinky person by any stretch, but I work out quite a bit. I work out 4 times a week.
I've never noticed it. I did, I'll tell you this much. I'll be completely honest with you. I don't really do very much. I hibernate at home. I work from home and I live at home.
Do you still work for the bank?
What?
You still work for the bank?
Yeah.
Do you have the same job you've had since you finished up with delivering pizzas?
There's been some upgrades through the ranks, but same umbrella.
Wow. So you've been working for Scotiabank for like 8 years?
No.
Oh. I thought you worked for Scotiabank. Bank Montreal? TD?
Read between my lips.
Chase Bank?
No, just stop guessing.
Oh, okay.
But what were we talking about before that?
I get that you don't want to say where you work or whatever, but like if nobody's watching this and nobody's ever gonna watch this, I dropped that I work for Indigo.
What
So
chapters?
no, I work for the company Indigo. I'm a tech
Chapters,
support.
not
Well
chapters.
that's Chapters is under the umbrella, yes.
See, that's what I said. Umbrella.
Cool.
What's that joint?
Yeah, I'm gonna step outside for a little toot.
Oh, can I come?
No, you're gonna leave the phone inside facing the door like this. Yeah, of course you can come.
Do you have any pets?
No.
I also don't have pets.
Precipitation.
Say again?
There's precipitation.
What, like water and moistureness or whatever?
I think it's snowing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Blaze at 4:20.
Oh, is it? What time is it? No, you're a liar.
I said blaze at 4:20. That's all. It's 12:25.
Okay, I'll say another thing about Scrooged. Another thing that another thing that I liked, other than the title, was when I'm pretty sure it was the Ghost of Christmas Past. He was like, hey, come check this out, and he like goes through the wall, and then Bill Murray tries to go through the wall, and then he can't.
I like the Ghost of Christmas Present. She constantly
That
just
was the
kicks his
girl.
ass.
He was the one that beat him up, right?
Yeah, Carol Kane, I think, is the actor.
Yeah.
She plays Penguin's mom in Batman Returns, but also his mom on Gotham.
Dawson's Creek?
Gotham.
Oh, God. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whose mom? Oh, Penguin's mom?
Penguin. Yeah.
With Pee Wee Herman?
Yeah. Paul Rubens shows up too as his dad on the TV show.
Yeah, he
The
does.
big old callback.
Gotham was actually for anyone out there in internet land, Gotham was pretty dope. No, what's it called when they sponsor you? No sponsor.
Yeah. Hashtag not sponsored.
Hashtag that little symbol that looks like a tic-tac-toe, and then the word hashtag.
Yeah. Hashtag.
Exactly. ×2.
See, I do this thing where I only smoke half a joint.
What do you do with the rest of it?
I put it back in my rolling tray, and then I smoke the other half in a little while.
What, you roll it again?
No, I just have this El Rocho.
Yeah, that sounds dope.
That's because it is.
That's what I mean.
So I'm gonna have you entertain the audience of Zero for a minute because I gotta go to the washroom.
You gonna take a poop?
No, just gotta pee. BRB.
Okay, well, I'm gonna talk to the audience as if you're taking a poop. Hey, look at him in his red and green plaid boxers or Christmas poop drawers. He said he's not going to go take a poop, and we'll play along like he's not taking a poop. But it's very possible that he's taking a poop. We were supposed to talk about a movie, though. Scrooged. which is a nice little spin on the what's his face Dickens classic Christmas Carol. Something about a guy who's like a dick, and then like these ghosts come to show him, different visions and like wake him up to like who he is, who he was, who he's becoming, who he actually wants to be. And, he turns shit around for himself. And it was great. I enjoyed it. It was a very fun watch. There is, I mentioned earlier, oh, what do we have here? What do we have here? What is that? Did I just look at a circle? Am I supposed to get a punch in the shoulder? Oh no, am I going to get?
Was that spooky?
It was, I got surprised for a second.
I was being a spooky ghost man.
When, viewers, when you see this podcast posted, tell us, did you think you saw a spooky ghost man? What's that thing in the fields with the straw? The scarecrow?
Scarecrow?
Did you think you saw a Tetris block? C. Jason, what do you want to offer for D?
My D, my penis.
Do you think you saw Jason's D? D. Enter your vote, A, B, C, or D, and we will announce tomorrow's winner tomorrow.
Nobody's going to answer.
No.
I've been doing a podcast now for almost 2 years. We've never had anybody. We ask questions to the audience all the time, and nobody ever answers them.
It's their loss, Jace, man. It's their loss. I tell you right now, it's their loss. You know what one of my favorite things is?
What's one of your favorite things?
When you get to experience like someone or something at its beginning.
Yeah. That's what, if you're watching this right now, you're experiencing this at the beginning.
Well, it's about...
Because this is episode 2.
It's about like an hour in. It's not the beginning.
No, I know, but no, this episode is episode 2. Getting on the ground floor. All the viewers that viewed tonight, I'll be able to have the analytics at the end. Just poke yourself in the eyes.
Well, if we were, depending on what picture we were looking at, the bigger picture of this picture, this is amongst the beginnings of the beginnings.
Yep.
And I like it. I'll tell you right now, I like it a lot. And if they don't know that, they're missing out. I bet your mom told me just like my mom told me. Wait, what? What did I say?
You mean my mom told me like your mom told you?
Yeah.
Okay.
What did you say again? One second. It's going to be punctual.
What are you doing?
I'm thinking.
I know that people tune into podcasts to watch people think.
They don't want us to think?
No. They want us to action it. They want us to talk. They want us to be poignant. They want us to talk about the movie that this episode is supposed to be about, but we're almost 2 hours in, so
I can hit both those points with a different movie. Idiocracy was a
great movie.
Time.
Oh yeah, big time.
And I used to think, it'd be like, oh man, that'd be cool. What if we were all cool and weren't dicks? And then it turns out if we were all cool, we'd be like, yeah, this guy was talking like a fag, and yeah,
Can't say that.
right? Like you can't like, oh, it's definitely like back in the day, and they were like, yeah, it's like you there's like structure, like there you can't. It's weird. It's weird. Like you go to like a thing that has structure, like overly structured structure, like court. Let's say
Yeah.
you go to court. You go to court, right? Actually, I have an experience that contradicts what I'm trying to say. But you go to court, and so you expect, or maybe you don't. Maybe I made an assumption. I expected shit was supposed to be fucking professional, not like movies, not like TV shows. You know what I mean? Like I expected real life was supposed to be boring, facts. Um, what are those things? Evidence, like that shit, right? You know, not some sort of, show of grandeur. And I went to a trial. I was they picked me. They picked me of all people. Me as a
Oh, for
juror,
jury duty.
as a juror,
The juror.
as a juror,
The rural juror.
as a as a juror, as a juror. No, I can't say it. As a juror.
A
There's too
juror.
many words in there. As a juror. Did I say it? Anyway, they picked me as a juror. And it was actually a serious case. I won't go into too much detail just out of respect, but like the lawyers. So there's like the lawyer, the crown, that's like the government, and then there's like the defense lawyer, that's like for the guy. And the crown was like making these like kind of like little quips, like little jokes, sort of about
I
what.
feel like you can't do that, right?
Well, I'm kind of upset with myself. I wish I did it. I almost did it. I didn't do it, but I almost said I object. I almost threw my hand down and said I object.
You would have gotten booted so fast.
I probably would have, but what I wanted to happen was I wanted the judge to acknowledge that I thought something was wrong, and they say, what are you talking about? And I'd be like, this guy is fucking making a joke like this is some fucking TV show when, some family members just lost a son, a brother, a cousin, a father maybe, and this
Yeah.
guy has his
What's up,
life,
Justin?
and this guy's just making like a fucking farce out of it.
Yeah.
Is what I wanted to bring to attention. I didn't do it. I wish I did. I feel bad. I feel a little bit better that I said it now.
That's good. But I think they can probably do some shit to you if you, as a juror, they are probably
Yeah,
very
they kicked me
explicit about don't say anything
off the
or else.
jury duty.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
mean.
so big whoop.
Yeah, but like, can't they like arrest you or anything like that, or would they just
Not
kick
if I
you
go
out?
to jury duty. No. This is how it works. They send you the thing. They send you the notice or whatever. They're like, hey, we summoned you to jury duty or some shit. and then you go to the court and pile up, and then they call everyone one by one, and then the crown and the defense lawyer say yay or nay for each person that comes up, and they each get, I can't remember the number. I kind of want to say 8, but I could be wrong. But they each get X amount of vetoes. They get like X amount of
Okay.
vetoes where they can say, like, if the other person wants someone, they're like, nope, right? So each side gets, I want to say 8, but I could be wrong. They get X amount of vetoes, and so check this out. So I get this letter in the mail, and it's like, we summon you to fucking jury duty. And I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like, okay, fine. Like, I'll go fucking, I'm pretty sure you get in trouble. You get in trouble if you don't go. Well, sort of. You get in trouble if you don't go and they don't get enough people to fill the jury or whatever. Right?
Yeah.
So if you don't go and they don't fill it, they can like fine you or some shit like that. But because they send out a mass amount of fucking invites, they eventually find enough people. So usually, unless everyone doesn't go, there really isn't much of an issue if you don't go, if that makes sense, right?
Yep.
And so I get this letter in the mail. It's like, you've been assigned to jury duty. I'm like, oh shit, me. I've been assigned to jury duty. So I'm like, okay, fine. I'll go to the thing because I don't want to get in trouble. And also, it's like a thing you can check off the list. It's like, oh, I did that, right?
Yep.
So jury duty selection or whatever was you know what? I think it was on Friday. I'm pretty sure it was back when I used to work Sunday to Thursday, and I had Fridays off, and the jury duty selection was on Friday. So I'm like, oh, great. Ugh. No problems, right? So, but on Thursdays, I like to party. And I used to party hardy. And then Friday, I woke up. Late. I woke up and I was like, and I realized I was like, well, okay. On the letter, it said the selection or whatever like started at like 9:30, right? So I was like, oh shit. I was supposed to be at the courthouse at 9:30. I didn't want to get in any more trouble than I already have on my rap sheet or whatever it's called, like my file. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
sure my city knows a lot about me.
You're notorious.
Right. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry for my faults. I'm trying to be a better person. But
I think we all are, honestly. I think that's, which brings us ultimately back to Scrooged, because, he had a rap sheet of being an asshole, and then it took 3 ghosts coming and, messing up his whole shit. I found it funny that, he gets to the end of the second ghost and he's still yelling at a corpse and being an asshole. And he's not wavered one bit in his outlook. It's until he's shown his own demise that he's finally like, oh, I don't want to die alone. And then he's like, I see it now. Everybody, I give all my money away to everyone. And everybody danced at the end and sang.
I think it was his corpse. That was the shit that blew my mind. So, like, one of the things
that fucked me up as a kid. I wanted to point that out as well.
Was the fact that, so, like, he's going through this crazy, like, super, what I don't know what the word is, but, like,
supernatural experience.
Some shit, whatever word, where, he's got these crazy things that he basically has come to terms with within the first ghost, like you know what I mean? Like he plays along.
He's like, yeah, I all of these views and outlooks I stand by. I don't see anything wrong with the picture you're showing me. Everything that you're showing me is like,
Yeah.
yeah, of course. I'm acting like an idiot as a kid. My ex-girlfriend was acting like an idiot. I was right to want to chase the money and the
Well,
glam.
no. But first he tried to like get back with her, but then she wanted to do her thing, and then he was like, okay, fine, whatever.
How about when he's doing his final speech and he's like, I'm gonna, make out with this girl because we're underneath mistletoe. That
Didn't
leads
like
me
it.
to my next
Did
my
not like
next
it.
point. My ex-girlfriend who I want to get back together with. It was the most misogynistic fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
Thank you for bringing it up. While I was watching the movie, I'm like, okay, so he's trying to get back with this girl, and then he kisses some other girl.
Some rando and uses the old mistletoe thing, which is totally like an outdated, gross
As like
game.
a wedge or what, I don't know what the expression is, but like, yeah, I noticed that. I didn't like it. Me personally, I can't say I don't understand how girls work. I'm not sure if they like being treated like shit, but I hope they don't.
I know for a fact that if I was trying to win Madison back and I went on TV and did this grand gesture thing like he does, and then I was like, oh, mistletoe, got to kiss this random woman, and then this next thing I talked about was how I wanted to get back together with Madison.
Yeah.
She'd probably be like, nah, well, you're disgusting. That's what are you doing? And Claire, the character, is totally the kind of person that is like my wife, who's very altruistic and very like wants to help the people that don't have, right?
Yeah.
And I know Claire in real life, that character would be like, fuck this guy so many times. Fuck this guy. So many times.
They're wholesome, but they're not gonna take shit.
I'm sure they broke up a week later. Bill Murray's Frank probably just went back to being an asshole.
He didn't actually learn anything.
He didn't learn anything at all. He was just shown his mortality.
This one night.
Didn't want to be alone. I really want to put emphasis on the fact that he saw that he was alone at his death, and that's why he changed everything.
Yeah.
So it's still selfish, still being a selfish asshole.
Yeah.
Does that weird fucking ruins the production of this live television production. Does this rant about everybody should love one another, which is what Scrooge is about anyway, or not love one another, but people should be, people should give to the needy, people with haves should give to the not haves. And goes on this giant rant and then kisses some girl trying to get his girl back.
So that's interesting. He ruined the production as opposed to interjecting with like the wholesome message or whatever. But you're right. He was scared of being alone. Going not being with Claire or whatever her name was. One second. I got this.
It was Claire, wasn't it?
No, I got this. Yeah, Claire. Her name was Claire. I wrote it down. I made notes, people on the internet who aren't watching this right now, but maybe later.
Maybe one day.
Maybe later, I will have shaved my beard. Maybe later, I will have not shaved my beard, and it'll be longer.
Hey, who knows how long it's going to take for a vaccine? And even when the vaccines come, how long it's going to be before people are actually inoculated against COVID?
This is why
I feel like a lot of people aren't going to get that first round of vaccines.
Okay. Do you want to talk about vaccines? Are you a vaxxer?
Yeah. Yes, I am a vaxxer. I believe in vaccines.
Are you a front of the line vaxxer?
Am I a front of the line vaxxer? I'm going to see what happens.
Okay,
with
so
this
middle.
first.
Let's say middle.
Well, I got my flu shot this year because I don't want to get sick ever again. But I know that doesn't
But you
block
get sick.
all flus.
Okay.
I rarely get the flu anyway, but I got it this year because, that's what you do.
What
And
do you mean
I'm
you
going
got it
gonna
this
have
year?
to.
I thought you said you didn't get sick at all this year.
I didn't.
Then what are you talking about the flu?
What do you mean?
Did you not just say you got it this year?
No, I got the flu shot this year.
Flu
That's what I
shot.
meant.
Sorry. Okay,
Yeah.
I understood.
So
I haven't gotten
the
flu
first
shots
round
since,
of COVID vaccines that come out, I want to make sure that it's like my own physician, my own doctor, it's like it's safe to get this vaccine. I'm not gonna like line up somewhere and just get I'm gonna go to my doctor and get it. I'm not gonna get it, from the
in the fucking
drugstore.
side alley, a dark.
I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna get a back alley COVID vaccination.
You
That's
think
for
they're
sure.
giving out fucking
No,
COVID vaccine?
I mean like at the
Side alleys?
at Shoppers Drug Mart. I'm not gonna go to Shoppers Drug Mart for my COVID vax.
What do you mean? Shoppers.
You can get the flu.
Fucking doctor. What's family doctor thing?
Yeah, I know, but to get your flu shot, you just like go up to them and be like, "Give me a flu shot," and they just
What do they do? Stick it up your nose?
No, they pop it in your arm.
What do you do? Jerk you off?
They jerk you off. That's the COVID. I'm giving away COVID vaccinations. I just jerk you off.
I'm sorry, viewers. I'm sorry. This is PG-13. Are you allowed to do that PG-13?
Make the international symbol for jerk off? Yeah, probably.
We will play the voices of your next buddies in your next thing that has buddies rambling with each other.
Yeah,
And
that's the name of the whole show too. It's called Buddies of Your Buddies, where they do the rambling and their buddies on the show.
Quit rambling in my buddy. That's right. That doesn't work.
They're Ramblin' Buddies. It's a Blossom Buddies production, Ramblin' Buddies.
What's that thing? 1 second.
Yeah, that'll help. That'll help you remember. Hit that pipe. That'll help you remember.
I'm gonna try.
All right.
Is someone here?
I don't think so. No. My cousin, the JWTK10 is my cousin who popped in for a second, and he said Battle of the Beards, and then he said mushroom emoji, which I pinned.
Dick?
No, I think like he was implying that we were on mushrooms or something.
No, man.
I wish.
Look at this sexy guy right here.
I'm a sexy guy.
Yo, Jace man. With your hand, point down. No, the other side. The other side. No, the other side. No, the other side. The other side. The other side. No, the other side. No, the other side. No. Same hand, but the other side. Other hand.
Like that?
Now the other way. No. Other hand. But down. Yeah.
Like that?
There we go.
Oh, like we're like a card?
Over. Yeah. Right around there somewhere. Oh, so wait. How do we go upside down?
What?
What were we talking about?
I flipped my whole shit to go upside down. Like this.
Let me tell you. David Johansen. Crazy like a fox.
Stupid like a fox. I think crazy like a fox is just a saying. I don't think stupid like a fox is from Scrooged.
Well, I'll say this much. I heard it in Simpsons, and then I heard it the other night in Scrooge, and I'm pretty sure it came out in Scrooge. I didn't look it up, but I'm going to assume Scrooge came out before that episode of Simpsons.
Absolutely, because The Simpsons didn't debut until like 1989, and this movie's from 1988.
Nice. And that episode's way after.
Yeah, that's. I can't remember what the. I mean, I haven't watched. I'm due to rewatch the whole Simpsons up until
The
like
whole
season 10 or
Simpsons,
11.
they haven't
Up
stopped.
until like season 10 or 11. I know. It's still on. It's
It,
still terrible.
do you know how hard it is to watch The Simpsons?
I've tried over the years. I've tried to be like, I'm gonna watch this week's episode and just like see what it's like these days.
I
It's always
feel
just
bad.
bad.
I feel bad because I used to love The Simpsons. I
Yeah,
used to.
we all did.
And then Family Guy came in and showed you how to make a fucking amazing fucking cartoon sitcom.
But here's the problem. Now Family Guy kind of sucks and
Yeah,
has for a while.
because it's the same recycled shit.
Yeah.
And now you need the next new honcho to be like, fuck all of you.
Well, Bob's Burgers, I feel like was that for a while, but I never really got into it.
The thing that I think did it so.
And even American Dad is like a more refined Family Guy.
I've never watched Bob Burgers, and there's a few reasons why. Eventually, I didn't have cable because I'm pretty sure it's on cable, and I don't really download shit. And two, I didn't want to go out of my way to download it. It almost.
I think it's on Amazon Prime.
I don't
I'm
have.
not. It's or Crave or one of those. I don't think it's on Netflix, but I think it's on Crave.
It's not on Netflix. I'll tell you that much because I have Netflix. I tried watching Archer. Fucking the Benjamin with a van or whatever. He's great.
John Benjamin has a van. I remember that. Yeah, I liked Archer, but I stopped. I fell off of it and don't care to keep watching it. I'm about 3 seasons behind now.
I'm all of the seasons behind. I can't.
But I'll tell you, I am 100% caught up on South Park. I've seen every single episode of South Park.
And see,
South Park is still great.
Maybe it's because I'm older or something.
South Park's not as good as it was, but these last 2 seasons they've come back around, and it's been good again. Especially the pandemic special.
With South Park, I remember in the early years of South Park, it's like, oh, this shit looks fucking weird. Like, it looks shitty or whatever, right? Like, I remember.
Yeah, but they're saying so many horrible things that it's forgiven.
Well, like, yeah. I'm just saying.
But it's stylized.
One of the parts of the conversation was how it looked. There was, like, what they were talking about and all that shit. South Park is one of the realest, like, best fucking shows ever.
Yeah.
It's hilarious, but it's also like it proposes like it makes you it puts on the table what's going on right now, and addresses like what's going on, like, and like where you stand with things, basically. What were we talking about? So Scrooge, South Park. Oh, Bob's Burgers. So one of the reasons why I didn't go out of my way to watch Bob's Burgers is because it didn't look very good, and I feel bad saying that because I'm pretty sure that's what people said about South Park.
Yeah, and The Simpsons probably too.
Probably.
Because that's what Bob's Burgers made all their it has that weird visual style, and I think that's instead of making them a different color, they made everybody look sort of like humans.
Yeah.
But have that weird like no chin style. And I remember it being jarring. I watched Bob's Burgers for a couple of years, and I remember it being jarring at first, but then you got used to it. And I'm sure in the early 90s, people were like, they're yellow. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like you think of The Simpsons now and everybody's yellow and it doesn't change. Like you don't think it's weird because they've been yellow for 35 years or some shit now.
It's their shtick. It's their gimmick or whatever.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Matt Groening said that he didn't want to make them like more of a white color because he wanted people to stick out, and that makes sense because a yellow person sticks out.
It's also
on
like it's
in a cartoon.
Like I feel like you would want to like kind of exaggerate. Like if I were making a cartoon, there'd be some realism or whatever, but it'd be exaggerated, right? Like it would be
Yeah.
like I mean, I don't know, you get writers and shit, so you get their shit as well, but like I like in my mind I'd be looking for real situations but just basically exaggerated. Like when you have those conversations in your head, like when like something happens and then you play it out in a different way in your head.
Yeah.
What were we
Thinking?
talking about? Bob's Burgers. I think
Bob Burgers.
No. Oh man, I figured out the secret. Yo, so A&W, right? A-Dub is how I like to call them because
Yeah.
I'm with my talk. A-Dub. So
A-Dub.
A-Dub is by far, hands down, best. What's it called? Like fast food burgers or whatever.
I agree with you, but Five Guys is, I would say, better quality than A&W, but A&W out of all the rest of them, because Five Guys is more of
Five
like
Guys
a
fast food, exactly though, right? It's like that.
Yeah, it's fast food, but it's like their burgers are like real
like
burgers.
Fast food.
Yeah.
Which I've never been.
Out of all of the other burger joints,
make the patties?
what?
Do they make the patties?
Yeah. It's like it's like when you go get a burger at a restaurant, that's how they make their burgers. At least I think so.
You've worked at fucking restaurants before?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Well, some of them don't.
No, like McDonald's gets their shit frozen, right? Wendy's is fresh, never frozen, so I think their stuff comes in like in a box, but it's not frozen. But it's a pre-made patty, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
A&W as well, but A&W, I find that their flavors and their buns, and there's something about the spice that they put on everything that fucking makes it so good. When I lived in Brunswick Towers, when you lived in Brunswick Towers, did you go to A&W at breakfast all the time? Because I sure as hell did, because you went through that little causeway and you were in the mall, and I used to stay up all night until 7 in the morning. So I'd be hunkered down on my couch all night, fucking partying, and I'd get up, I'd go across the little causeway, and I'd go down and spend my last $15 on fucking A&W. And
did you try sriracha breakfast sandwich?
Probably. I didn't really get into sriracha hard until I moved to Toronto, but I don't know if they would have had any sriracha shit like that 10 years ago. That was a long time ago now that I lived in Brunswick Towers. That was like 12 years ago.
You're right. You could be right about that. Could be right.
12? Dude, soon Brunswick Towers is going to be 15 years ago.
What?
Soon, in a couple of years, I will have left Brunswick Towers 15 years ago.
Ooh, let's celebrate. I think we lost someone.
No, I think you as a viewer keeps coming and going. Yeah, see, it came back.
Losing my connection.
Probably. Your connection keeps freaking out.
Oh, it's me.
Because you probably got that cheapest tier internet because you don't care. Because whatever.
Look at my hair and beard.
Yeah. But look at my hair and beard. It goes both ways. Like when you look like this, you have all the technology shit. When you look like that, like you don't have all the technology shit. So who knows?
Put your head over here and then point down over here.
We did it.
Oh, let's wait. Wait.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
No, you just turn the whole shit right upside down.
That's not how you go upside down. Hey, viewers in TV land, can you take a picture of this for me?
You just do it with your phone, but the video here will get in it. Like, I could take a picture anytime.
You do your phone, Jason.
Yeah, you can. It's easy.
You're easy.
Well, I've been called worse. I've been called better as well.
I was gonna say you've been called better.
So I think I'm gonna wrap it up here for this eve.
Oh, I got one more thing to say.
Okay.
Okay. Close to the end, when Bobcat Goldthwait, or however you say his name.
Yep.
He like barges in with like the shotgun.
I love that scene so much. I thought he could be in like a villain in like a falling down kind of a movie. I thought that would be interesting.
Falling Down is a very interesting movie as well.
I've never seen Falling Down.
What?
Yeah.
Never?
Never. Not even like bits and pieces. I've never they didn't like show it on TV.
No.
So
Falling Down's one of those movies where you hear about it, but you have to go find it.
Yeah, I can probably find it pretty easily. I'm actually gonna see if I can just download it right now.
Easily these days. But so part of me wants to say let's make that the next one, but part of me wants to say you do you, boy.
Well, that's a good point. We could do that as our next one, but I think that we should do Muppets Christmas because that's your favorite Christmas movie, and we'll try to do it in a more timely fashion, like in a couple weeks.
Oh, like in a week or two?
Yeah.
I really would like to do that. Also,
that would be cool.
Last scene, fucking Bobcat barges in with the fucking, or he takes over the what's that room called? Like the soundboard room or whatever?
Yeah, like where the TV crew are.
Yeah. He takes it over, and he's got the shotgun, and he's like trying to like impose dominance or whatever, right? And he shoots a fucking window, and he's like, "That was just an innocent window." You saw what I did to that? Or I can't.
Yeah, that's good.
I can't do his thing, but like,
I liked the character in the underrated character for me in that movie was definitely the woman who kept getting fucking destroyed every so often. The first three of them were like she gets hit in the head, and then like a barrel hits her.
Fuck, she was.
Yeah, she was like she was there from the censoring people.
What's it called?
She was there.
Oh yes, yeah. Oh,
the censors.
Getting beat up.
And first there's that scene where the girl's like nipples are like half out.
Not even.
She's like, you can't.
I barely saw.
I know there was like a little bit of areola.
A bit. Yeah.
A bareliola.
I want to call this episode a Barriola.
Nice.
That's what I want to do. But it's up to you. It's your episode.
Well, we'll see. So let's at least end this here. Just so it's easily digestible by the people who watch it later. High five.
High five. Midnight.
High five. Very nice.
There it is. That was it right there. I felt it.
Nice. Me too. All right, man. Have a good night.
You have a swell night as well, sir.
It was nice talking to you. Let's do this real soon again.
Uh, yo, Muppet Christmas Carol.
Yeah. Yes. Because
Uh,
when you said that originally, I was like, that's actually a really good idea. I haven't seen that since I was a kid, and I love watching movies that I like. I watched Dennis the Menace recently, and that movie holds up
with fucking
with
Christopher.
Walter Matthau.
What?
With Walter Matthau. Well, with Christopher Lloyd and Walter
He's
Matthau.
the guy, right?
What?
Christopher Lloyd is the bum like criminal guy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And
He's amazing.
and the kid's like, apple, and then
Yeah,
Dennis is like doing all kinds of like, and he like gets fucked up, and she's like, "Oh, that's not how you tie me," and he's like,
yeah. And then he feeds him the whole pot of beans, and he farts, and the fucking fire
trying to
goes.
find the key.
Dude, it's such a it's a kids movie, but like I could see my parents enjoying it, watching it
I
with me when.
enjoy it. Exactly. Yeah, it is a
Yeah,
kid movie, but it's like I don't even know the word for it. It's like it's not kiddie in the sense of like fluff, but like
yeah,
it's grounded. It's like
yeah.
and it's things that you like. Oh man, yeah, I enjoy that movie a lot. I actually watched it not too long ago myself.
All right. So, I'll be in touch. I'll just text you immediately, and then we can talk about fucking what we do next. But it was good to see you, and this has been Battle of the Beards. Two rambling beard men talk about a movie, sort of. I think if you condensed all the talking we did about Scrooged, we got all of our ideas down. I wish I could condense this into just a podcast about Scrooged, but Instagram TV doesn't really allow that. So, if you want to scrub through us talking about nonsense, go ahead. But if you want to just listen to us ramble at each other and get progressively drunker and more high, do that as well. So, thanks for listening. This has been whatever you want to call it.
Oh man, I'm Scrooged.
I'm Scrooged. All right. Have a good night, man.
What do I do?
I don't know. I just have to hit the X. Bye.